Well, hello, big girl. Hello, big doggy. So another Saturday has slipped away. Well, it's 5:28 p.m. I love your dolphin. Hey, sit, shake. Good girl. High five. Yay, good job. Sit. Oh, woo! So good.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Claire from online, and yeah, it's been a little while and I'm sorry for that, but I am thankful, grateful, blessed to be here. And I think I just wanted to take time today to chat about kind of like where I'm at. I have a lot of books surrounding me right now. It's that weird, what's today, November 26th. I am off for Thanksgiving break. This is my current Hobonichi cousin, Spring Start. We've talked about this before on here about how I kind of Franken-hoboed it at the very beginning and put all of my fall 2023 pages in here that I was using, weirdly enough, in my 2024 Common Planner. And I still get questions, not daily, but multiple a week. I get questions about the common planner and people who haven't seen my content in a little while who are asking like, wait, you moved out of the common planner? What was wrong with the common planner? What's wrong with Sterling ink? Nothing. Literally nothing is wrong with it. It's an incredible product. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Really, it was less so about what was wrong with this and more about like what I missed about the cousin, if that makes sense. It's not you, it's me breakup, more or less. I really just loved the layout of the daily pages, straight up. I missed an A5 size, even though I really did think B6 was the size for me. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and it's okay to admit that maybe we were wrong about some things, but I originally went back into the cousin because I loved having like a dated daily page. I loved the A5. And then in recent months, I've actually determined that this might have been the call all along. And of course, whatever, I'm not gonna like agonize over my decision. I literally don't have any regrets. Say it with me, it's just paper. I bought this a long time ago, probably September, when it came out through Atlas Stationers. And I really just bought it to have on hand because I missed it last year a little bit. I missed the size, it's unique. And I have always been a Hobonichi Weeks appreciator. I love it for like very specific projects. I personally need a little bit more room for like an everyday carry. Again, just super quickly, if you're new or have just come over from one of my other accounts and are like, okay, give me the backstory. This was 2024 for me, essentially. We have my 5-year Hobonichi A5 that I love so much. I've been very consistent with this thing and I'm grateful for that. We have my 2024 cousin. Originally, I was in a common planner, like I said, and then I made the switch in April to this, and I pasted in a lot of the pages that I used in here to my A5, which is fine. It's great. Freaking hoboed it up. And then this is my work planner, and I have filled this thing up truly just with pens. There is nothing like fun or interesting about this. It is truly for work, and this is how I feel some days. I love this little gifts cover. It's wonderful. I'm gonna keep it forever. 2024. This will be 2025, of course. And then we have my Midori Hibino. I really, really want to like this thing, but yeah, there are some other options out there that I am not closing myself off to. Part of the reason why I stopped using my Hobonichi cousin a couple months early, honestly, is because it just, like, to be real, I haven't really written in it. I've maybe filled up 5 days since, let's see, since like mid-September. It's not the vibe right now. It's too chunky. And so I don't really like the hand feel, I'm gonna be honest. And we're already off to a chunky start on this thing. So knowing that about myself, I don't know, but yeah, really, it's a dreamy book, is it not? So in 2024, this was actually kind of a last minute addition. I think I purchased this maybe January 9th, and then I just back journaled quickly for a couple weeks, and I've been pretty consistent with it. I had a little catching up to do during the summer months, but now I write in it every day. It's very much part of my routine. Also, y'all seeing this right here? This is a crack in my camera, and it just came about recently, and I am excited to get a new phone. I'm getting a new phone soon. I've had this one for quite a bit. So anyway, sorry, it's distracting me, so I would imagine someone's gonna notice that. So Midori Hibino is gonna be the everyday carry. I did purchase this Moterm cover off of Mercari a couple months ago, and this B6 Moterm was gifted to me by one of my followers, which was very kind. And so now I'm really I'm into Moterm, but you can find them secondhand pretty easily, either on eBay or Mercari. So I would highly recommend that. Switching gears a little bit to something gifted, I was actually gifted 2 B6 planners by Estelle this year, and I am so excited. They messaged me after I've already made my plans or thought my plans had been made for 2025. And I was like, okay, let me try the B6 again because, I really did actually, come to find, enjoy this size. I went ahead and requested the catch-all weekly because at that point I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be using the Hobonichi weeks. Like, let me go ahead and just get the catch-all weekly. And they ended up sending me a classic daily as well. I might have requested like both of these, but I think I said either or. Like, I was not expecting them to send two, and I'm so grateful. I love the size. They're pretty compact. I would say that if you're familiar with the Sterling Ink Common Planner, the daily and, oh, see, okay. Very interesting. They are both B6, but if you can see right here, now I'm making sure they're very much lined up on the bottom. It looks like the Sterling Ink Common Planner is just a titch taller. I do love the gold foil edges detailing on the Sterling Ink, but I really love this right here. I like this. I love the spine. So it's just a little bit shorter, but honestly, I would pretty much only use this in a protective cover anyway. This is the classic daily, and I haven't really like quote set up anything in here yet. Oh, look, here's a little pull out. So you can see a yearly overview, and then the daily pages. They just give you like little examples of what you might be able to do. I love these. I think that this is wonderful, and every niche planner should come with something like this to give some people ideas, especially if they're brand new. So we have 2025 through 2028 yearly views, and then we have that nice at a glance every month. This is kind of what I do. I have been known to do this on just blank pieces of paper. When I am like, okay, I need to get the next 3 weeks of my life in order, sometimes I will literally just, and this traces back to my bullet journal days, I will start listing the day of the week and then the date, and like, this is what's happening with my life, you know, just to like see what's going on. So that's pretty much the extent of what I got into in this thing. What I do love about this is, so, you know, we see January calendar, and then we go ahead into weekly pages. Or no, sorry. Yeah, let's look. 2 blank pages right here, which is great. You could do a collage page. You could just write like intentions for the month. You could do swatches. And then even though it's the daily, we still have like a little weekly spot where you can like write like a quick overview of maybe like deadlines that you have at work or appointments that you might have. And so, yeah, there's 6 lines. That's really nice. Okay, yeah, so a half page for every day. Very nice. And then moving on, again, another week starts, and then we're going through. Yeah, this is just really nice. Something I love about it also is that, so we're finished up with January right here. And then, well, interesting. We have the 1st and 2nd of February, but then we move on. Oh, because it's a new week, probably. Yes, Monday start. Duh. Okay, Claire, use your brain. So we have February 2025, and then you have the calendar page like after January is already finished, which I kind of appreciate, because in the Hobonichi, if you're familiar, it has like all of the calendar pages right together, and then it has all of the weekly pages together, and then it goes into all the daily pages. This one's interspersed throughout, and I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think I've used something like that in quite a while. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, like, you know, hey, we're finishing up April. Let's see what we have. Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, because it's a Monday start. So we have the 27th of April. And then since this next week will start a new week, we have then the rest of April going into May. So yeah, I love this a lot. And I knew I was going to like it. And it's a little unfortunate because I have found that I need at max 3 books. Once I get 4 books, it's like, okay, what's going on? Like, one of them is getting ignored. I would even go as far to say that up until maybe last year or 2 years ago, 3 books was like my very, 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 very max. Or no, let me restate that. 2 books was like my sweet spot, and 3 books is when one started getting abandoned or like, you know, not used for something. I am wondering if I might just start using this in place of this eventually. Anyway, guys, I don't know. Okay, so here's the catch-all weekly. I have not done anything in this, I don't think. Oh, my puppy's very tired. All right, so you have a weekly overview and then free grid pages that are undated. So this one's a little bit smaller. Here's your comparison. This is the Classic Daily and then the B6 Catch-All Weekly. The Catch-All Weekly is almost half the chunk. Same kind of vibe though. You know, we have the yearly overview, awesome. Then we go into a monthly spread. Blank pages. Bigger weekly view. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then just like 3 quick pages for notes. Then into the next week. 6th through 12th, 3 pages. Then we have this one. This actually, see, I have some thinking to do. And that's okay. And I get asked a lot about like, oh, show your process. What's your process? How are you, like, what are you thinking? The thing is that I have like 4 brain cells. I would love to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. The problem is I don't always know what I'm thinking. I mean, that's probably relatable to some people, but I feel like it is still November. I have a little bit of time. This is, like I said, an edition that came about like at the last minute last year, and it is very important to the plot. Like, I really think that, I mean, obviously, I'm really planning on sticking with this thing. And I feel like this is where it all has to start. Like, every day, if not anything else, I have to get into my 5-year. And granted, if I don't like sit down every single night, it's not that big of a deal. But I want to fill pretty much every page up if I can. Biggest question I get is like, what do you do on a day that's just like boring or blah, or you're sick? Well, I write that. I say today was pretty boring, or I was sick today, frowny face, you know. Here's just a quote. I don't know. On the 12th of March, I wasn't really feeling writing about my day, I guess. Some days will bring you peace. Some days will give you wisdom. Other days will ask you to fight for the life you want. Show up for all of them. Kings River Falls Day. Carly and I went this spring since she's having her daughter next month. The little walk there is so nice and pretty easy. We really enjoy heading there early-ish and leaving before a whole ton of people get out there. I had a James Brownie jackhammer for lunch. It was so darn good. That's from Andy's. If you know, you know. So at 2 a.m. last night, our area had devastating tornadoes come through. I'm not writing this until weeks later. I didn't pick this up during the last half of May. See, there you go. But I filled in every page. But it was so scary. Closest I've ever been to a tornado by far. I hated that it was in the middle of the night. The worst of it went through downtown Rogers and Decatur. Luckily, Eric was still up tracking the storm. We quickly got in the closet and waited it out. Yeah, that was super scary. And it took a long time for us to like recover as an area from that. It was not fun. Worked a whole day, then headed down to Hot Springs. Bree, Haley, and I went to eat a threefold in Little Rock and made it to the Embassy Suites at 9 p.m. or so. Transition Summit was really great, honestly. It can just be as simple as that, guys. Thinking about Nutella biscuits. Today, I literally map tested for 6+ hours straight. Cookie got to meet the Salisbury Schnauzers, and she's huge compared to them already. So excited for our Buffalo getaway this weekend. It'll be Cookie's first overnight. Oh, I hate it that I'm that dog parent, but I really am. I can't fight it, guys. I don't know. So the long and the short of it is still November after all. I don't know exactly how these 5 books are going to fit into my life and if all 5 of them will fit, period. I do. I reserve the right to change my mind. I reserve the right to make changes. These are affirmations for myself, by the way. I'm not really yelling at you guys. But I just feel like I'm trying a lot of new things this year, clearly. And it's very exciting. I just feel like I'm at an interesting crossroads where, like, if I weren't a journaling content creator, I probably would not have purchased this. Maybe, you know, because I have debt payoff goals and whatever. I was like, okay, well, let me try and see if this is right for me because the stakes are low. But I will say that anything more than this, and I would have felt overwhelmed. Like I'm not judging for people who like to do that. Like if their content is based around like trying out completely different books and giving their honest review, that's wonderful. Like that's so valid. I don't always necessarily have the capacity for all of that. It seems like the last few videos of mine have been like here, let's catch up because it's been so long. And I do regret that. But at the same time, like, thank you for just allowing me the space to share. I have been pretty hard on myself the last couple months just about like not being able to accomplish certain projects that I've wanted to work on, but I do have a full-time job and it's in education, and you know, it's 2024 and it's pretty demanding, and it's also a Richard Scary job, aka outside the house, where I have to go, and like I do get a little jealous sometimes. Yeah. Okay, before the sun goes down a little bit, I might just like work on a spread. I do want to show you really quick what I put in my Hobonichi cousin just this morning. Again, this is November 26th today, and here's the chunk. I've just had it, guys. I'm over this journal, which is okay. It's fine. It's only rock and roll, baby. I say it all the time. It's just paper, or it's only a journal. I have been going to hot yoga lately, and it is so incredible. And one of my favorite instructors, her name is Meg, and she, especially when we're doing like challenging poses, or she's really pushing us to try something new, or maybe like not the whole class can get it, like just a inversion pose or something like that. We're having fun, and then of course, you know, she can probably see it on my face. I'll fall out of it or whatever, and then I'm not the only one though, and I'll have a discouraged look on my face, and she's like, smile, it's just yoga. And I just love that. Smile, it's just paper, it's just a journal. And that's why even like this tone, I'm so over this journal. Yeah, whatever, this thing took you through 2024, be grateful. But I am grateful, I'm very grateful. I just, you know, have to stay true to myself, and this is very me. Goodbye, thanks for everything. I don't even want a back journal. Yeah, guys, this is the thing. Here's where I'm at. I love journaling. You know, this is my favorite pastime. My entire life has been, I've had a journal. But I have not even wanted to go as far as to like print out pictures on my own printer that I have to like put in my journal over the past 4 months. So yeah, like I'm in a little bit of a rut. I can't lie to you. So I'm very excited for the beginning of the new year and for all of these new books to try. Not this one, this one's old. But I feel like it's just time for a fresh start. I'm super excited and pumped, and I hope you are too. And again, thank you so much for watching. Remember, it's just paper. You do not have to be afraid of it. You can do whatever you want. You can start a journal whenever you want. You can end it whenever you want, and you don't have to listen to what anyone else says. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks again so much for watching, and leave a comment if there's anything in particular you'd like to see from me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Taylor Swift, last pizza, last people you've known since you were two? No. 5? 6?
Yes.
Equals democracy.
All right.
I know, I need to look. Alright, ready? Alright, how do we do it? Ah! Pull it up, let's see.
Is it just a video?
Yeah.
It is.
We could do a little like a
Yeah.
or like a prom. Yeah. Prom? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can. In the jean jacket. wait. Wait, maybe let's go a little bit closer. Yeah, true. Well, here. Hold hold you. I am a man. Okay. Booby and peas!
Okay. Are you guys ready to try it?
It's so good. It's so good. I swear I heard.
Thumbnail. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say?
Thankful, grateful, blessed.
Voiceover Claire here. Welcome to my journaling desk, but like 5 months ago. I love my little setup. I ended up moving my desk to face the window. I don't know if that's very feng shui, but I like that vibe also. Check out the beautiful light coming in. Yeah, overall it's a vibe. That's it. Good girl. High five. Oh, good girl. Ooh. Okay. I hope you all don't mind, but I really don't feel like putting you, I don't feel like doing this today. So I'm just gonna hold you. Also, I do get asked sometimes about what I use for like overhead shots. I usually, honestly, I have not been using my vlogging camera for like any of the videos that you've seen on my YouTube thus far, for real. Maybe like a little bit on one, but mostly I just use my iPhone or have in the past, and I've used this like clamp. I hate it. Full disclosure, it's bad. I mean, it was really cheap on Amazon and I got it like in 2018. But yeah, I would love to upgrade. I just don't know exactly what I want to do. I'm going to move this out of the way. And also, I kind of like zhuzhed up my journaling desk maybe like a week and a half ago. Overall, I've been really liking it. I wanted to give an update. I keep saying this and talking about it on my Instagram, but I have had some updates for 2025 already, and I reserve the right to make these changes, 1, anytime, but 2, especially because it's not even January yet. So I do feel like I owe it to myself to just do what works for me and not do the things that I think I need to do. Okay, so this is what I had going on. Like, if you were to ask me in August, hey, what are your plans for 2025? I would have said everyday carry / memory journal would be the Midori Hibino A6 in this camel color. I've already stuck some stickers. It's a little unhinged. Like, it's so thick already. And you all know this because I've told you, and I might have even showed you in this video, but I mean, the grid size, come on, so small. But it's been really fun to write in, and I love having it as a part of my lineup, so it stays. Then we have, this is what I thought was going to be my true planner, like my work planner, any appointments that I might have. There goes my AC. I'm sorry, I have tried so many times to like explain the difference between my personal journal and planner. And all you need to know is that if you need 2 books to switch up the vibe for whatever reason, that's your journey and I 100% support it. I cannot and will not continue to do the whole like, and this is exactly what I'm putting in this journal versus this one. It's based off vibe. Usually my planner is very like functional. There's scratches. I don't share whatever that one is, whatever I choose to use that year. I share that one less than I share my journal. But like inevitably, because they both have calendars and because I'm creative, this is going to have a little bit of spice and pizzazz to it, and this is also going to have a little bit of functional planning. It is what it is. That's just how I am. Hi, welcome to my channel. Like, I don't know what to say. I recently was in Maine with some of my really good friends from elementary school and middle school, and we were talking about like all of these random shenanigans we used to get into, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, like I actually journaled about that. Or if it was, you know, later in life, during high school, like I had a digital diary that I have saved on my old hard drive, like that I would love to be able to like transcribe on whatever day, like May 25th, 2008. I can pretty much tell you like what I was doing that weekend because I wrote it down. And I think people who keep a log of their lives or like to journal relate to that for sure. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a that day in history, not just like Claire history though. I'll do like, you know, what happened on that day. Because I find it interesting. And I started this when I was 31. And so originally I thought like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool? All right, go with me here. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a ride, but hopefully you can keep up. I was thinking like, wouldn't that be so interesting if instead I did like, okay, December of my 24th year, which would have been December 2016. So like all of my December 2016 memories would go here. December 2017. And then the idea is that pretty much except for a couple of days, I would be all caught up because
30 years, almost 31 years had passed. No, almost 32 years had passed since I started this thing. I don't know, guys. But then I was like, okay, it just makes a lot more sense to do on this day. Like, that's my thought for my Hobonichi 5-year. I really do love it. I got it in an A5 size, and I just recently, yesterday, stuck another sticker right here. So I'm hoping to eventually, I'm getting a little carried away. Like, I would love to have a few stickers from each year. And now I want to show you my updates, because even though I have said, and it's on record, that I, like, 3 is my, just my number. 3 books is my happy place. I'm using 5, but I have, let me explain. So interesting. Ask culture is astounding to me. I admire that about people, but I had someone who doesn't follow me ask if I would consider gifting this to them. And if I do gift it to anybody, it will either be a close personal friend or it will be like a giveaway for my paid subscribers on Substack. Okay, so anyway, getting back into the B6 Daily, I decided that I was going to use this as pretty much, even though I said, you know, my 12-week year, whatever, I think it's going to be like my financial and health planner, because that's really like the 2 things that I'm trying to work on. So yeah, I would really like to pay off my last credit card that currently has 0% APR on it, and I think that's through August because I did a balance transfer, so I'd really love to pay that off. In a perfect world, I'd pay it off by February, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I have already had a couple of unexpected expenses come up, and it's the holidays, so I do want to be realistic, but also I know that when I shoot for the moon, I land amongst the stars, so to speak, and so I did decide to kind of shoot high, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, here's my 12-week year. I go over this a little bit more on TikTok. Again, I know not all of you are on there, but I just have 3 simple goals. I'd love to pay off my city card. Just told you I don't know exactly if that's going to happen by February 16th. I'd love to lose 10 pounds. I'm sorry if you don't like the weight talk, and I'll try not to focus on that too much, like the nitty-gritty. And if and when I do, it will be on like a dedicated newsletter post. So you can kind of either consent to reading that or just skip it. And then 7+ hours of sleep. So some things that I've done so far are kind of like revamp my nighttime routine. I also got an Aura ring just 2 weeks ago during my first week of the 12-week year. So I'm about to start week 3 tomorrow. And things have been going pretty well. Like, I have increased the amount of time that I am sleeping and in bed. I honestly have not weighed myself since day 1, but I have been tracking what I've been eating, and I know that I've been eating a little better than I was before November 25th. And I've also been drinking more water, and I've been sleeping more, so whatever. I'm already a very active person. I think that's kind of why I decided I wanted that to be my goal, because I know that it's the food. Like, I 100% know. I'm already getting too far into it. I already told you I wasn't going to talk about this without, like, I don't know. Anyway, I just know. Like, I work out sometimes twice a day, and it's my diet. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. And then, yeah, okay. So I have been on this page enough that you can probably see, like, what the vibe is. I got to fill this in because there were a couple things. Like, I definitely did get 7+ hours of sleep these couple days. No spend. I think I'll probably have a no spend today. Phone free is something I think I did it for 1 day, but then this was like oh yeah, I'll probably do it tomorrow too. I did not. So anyway, okay. Oh. Yeah, this is just me kind of explaining, like, I had my lineup planned out, and then Aura still gifted me something, and I'm so grateful, and then I kind of switched everything up. I want to say, I mean, gosh, this might be my 17th, 18th Leuchtturm 1917 that I have owned since late 2015, early 2016. But it is my, like, 11th quote bullet journal. I don't even know what to call this. Creative journal, whatever. It is undated. I am starting it, or I did start it in late November, and I'm going to go until it is filled up or until I'm over it and it gets to be too chunky. But if you don't know, I do have videos on this channel going over, like, my bullet journaling days, but I was exclusively like a A5 dot grid hardcover notebook bullet journaler from 2016 until 2021 when I discovered Hobonichi for myself. So yeah, this is kind of like the vibe. I just have so many scraps. I go through eras of like getting rid of all of my scraps, either giving them to friends, pasting them wherever they belong, or kind of like just going through and culling them. I hate to say I throw stuff out, but you know, every now and then. And so I have just gotten to a point where I just was hoarding scraps, and I don't like hoarding scraps. I don't like hoarding stickers. I like using them. And so I've just kind of started, like, this page is quote incomplete. I'm going to probably put a few other stickers down, but I already decided, like, something that was in my way from the jump was like, oh, I'm going to really need to figure out where everything is, like, chronologically. Like, I had scraps that I was hanging on to from 2019, and I had stuff from last week. So I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to focus on the chronological order of everything. I'm just going to kind of like try to keep it themed, sort of, if I want to or can, but otherwise I won't. These were my original side quest lists from 2021 because I didn't end up archiving these books that they were in. I would love to paste my little pictures in here from both my 100th class at the Pilates studio and my 60th class at the yoga studio, because I hit those within like a week of each other. Here are photos from the literal 90s of my brother and I, and then my mom and dad. Revolutionary lore. They got divorced like a year later. So anyway, this is my reading list for 2024. Yep. I've read like 2 other books since then, but anyway, I'm planning on putting in like cards and any snail mail that I get from friends and followers. And here's like a list that I made when I was in the Colorado mountains. And yeah, this is all like really old. This is a bookshop that we loved that was by our favorite coffee shop in Fayetteville that closed in, I don't know, like a long time ago, years ago. And yeah, Fleet Foxes from 2018. My friend Olivia from literally 2019. So I'm just kind of in the middle of scrapping. Junk journal in the TikTok sense, but not in a very real way. This is not a junk journal at all. But yeah, here are my stickers. Please look. The vibe is Claire Bear, mostly. And then I have this from Amy, y'all. You know her, you love her. I get asked about this sticker all the time. I have no idea where it's from. My friend Rachel got it for me, and I don't think she knows where she got it from either. So sorry about that. I've tried to like look it up on Google Images search, and I can't find it. But yeah, anyway. That's the update that we have. I do have 5 books. I never used to be a person that would even think about having 3 books, really, up until 2 years ago. But now here we are. In my defense, one of them is not time-bound, and I'll just finish it when I finish it. Like, this has nothing to do with the date, and I already started it. But yeah, if you don't follow me elsewhere, I have the same name across platforms and also on Substack. I would love to have you over there as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit, but I think that's all I wanted to, oh, that is so not all I wanted to go over. I would love to show you quickly a couple things that I got in the mail this week. Again, I did this on stories the other day, but I got 2 new inks from Atlas Stationers. I've never tried Tom's Studio before. Raspberry Sorbet is the color. I love a pink and purple ink, so I'm super excited to try this. I have not even touched this, which is sad. And then I got some Sailor Manio ink. I have this in a purple color. I'm really hoping I say that right. But it's a really pretty, like light turquoise robin's egg blue type. So I think I'm gonna fill up a fountain pen with that. I have no idea where my little 5 milliliter syringe went off to. So I just decided to pick these up because I use them enough and they're inexpensive enough that I just figured, hey, what's the harm? So I got these, and then I also picked up some beautiful washi tape. This one is from Pipsticks. It's Pretty Tulips. This one is from King Jim. Soda is their, maybe it's the line or what this is called. It's a transparent tape, and it has blue, green, and pink, I want to say. I keep saying I'm going to swatch these. I will soon. And then this one is like, it's from Wearingle, and they're pink and green. I'm a pink and green girly long before Wicked. I haven't seen Wicked yet, guys. I really want to go maybe some night this week. I've heard it's incredible. But it is not a solid color. It's kind of like ink swatch inspired or ink pool inspired. I don't know exactly how to say what I'm trying to say. And then I also picked up 3 little sticker sheets with mini stickers, hopefully to use in my Midori hibino. So I got 2 Midori sheets. This one is like cafe themed. And then this one here is bread themed, which I think this is so sweet. And these ones specifically are looking very like watercolor inspired, which I like. And then I got a rainbow pip sticks, or pip stickers sheet, which is real cute. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting in here. I had to turn this light on because it is so overcast and dreary today, but it is also very cozy, and I'm grateful for that. I also got a few other things in the mail from some pals. So my friend Ashley sent me this lovely card that I will definitely be putting in my little creative journal. And then I follow an artist on TikTok named Angie, and she is selling her beautiful artworks as stickers. So I was like, these would be so lovely, like on wherever, one of my journals. And so I ordered some of those. And then this is such a sweet card from my friend Kimberly on Instagram, Kimberly's Desk. And she also sent me a little goose sheet. I just got this the other day, and I need to send her a message and thank her because this is so incredible. She knows me. And this is really beautiful too. And then finally, my friend Ashley, the same one who sent that previous card, got me a really silly sticker book. And all of these moods are like sick of your crap, having a panic attack, a little too confident, utterly dismayed, highly doubtful, repulsed, about to break a law. So just like really funny little emojis. I'd love to put these in my planner, as well as hang on to them and share some with friends if the time feels right. So yeah, anyway, super cute. This is by Brass Monkey. That's the brand. And then I also think she sent me this really, I don't know if this is from Ashley or Angie, honestly, but Ashley did also send me this. Very funny. Okay, now that is all. I am done. And I will see you in a little bit, probably. I don't think I'm going to end this video here, and if I do, sorry. Bye.
Grand cigar bobo.
Whoa.
She's like, oh, you can get from me. Whoa.
That's crazy.
I felt the ground move.
You felt the ground move. I felt the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling.
The mist is leaving.
The mist is, oh, mist is gone. It's so pretty. Wow.